Start her up.
Now we got it. Boom. All right. So, hey, welcome to the stream. Welcome to.
Jim Trains. We're talking about everything, but mostly trains.
I'm Wally, and this is
George.
And we're here with a special guest today.
Yeah, the OG.
We like to call him OG. What else do you call him?
Grandpa.
Yeah.
His
Or
name- or
George.
yeah.
George. We got two Georges here today. We got George,
And
the original edition here.
GFW and GAW.
GAW Trains. Well, welcome, Grandpa. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on board. I've always wanted to be here in
Right on.
the studios. You know, I sat down here in this chair, and two things come to mind right away. I see a sign sitting here that says, "Discover true comfort."
Well, where did you see that? We haven't been comfortable down here in years, that way, George.
Look at this sign right in front of you. Discover
Oh,
true
look
comfort.
at that. Yeah,
And
yeah.
here I am sitting here. You know what I do? I feel like I'm a flight engineer on a DC-6 right now.
DC-6.
Right, sitting right in the middle, and I have nothing to do.
Isn't that what Amelia Earhart flew?
No,
She flew a DC-6, or was that the Wright brothers that flew a
that was
DC-6?
the wrong brothers.
The wrong brothers. Well, hey, Grandpa, welcome here. You brought a special train with you today, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So, we'll get to that in just a second. So, George, what are we running out here today? Some favorites, huh?
So yeah, we got the Union Pacific 844, the FEF with the passenger train, which is really cool. Yeah, that one's really cool. I got the complete passenger train behind that one. And Grandpa, if you want to talk about this one a little bit, the other one.
Well, every time we get going on things, people always ask me, what was my first train? Well, there she is. The only thing older in this house, as old as me in this house, I got it by 3 years, is this little 262 Prairie.
Is that like 104 years old?
Shush.
It's 104.
Stifled it, son. Stifled it. Anyway, this little 1666 I got when I was 3 years old in 1946, and it's actually, the engine is really the pre-war version of the 1666, but it was sold in a post-war set with knuckle couplers. And I've had this train, as my mother said, I got tired of winding up trains so that you could see it when you were 3 years old, and I spent a king's ransom to get that little train right after World War II, and it was quite interesting. So everybody always asks me what was my first one. I decided, well, I'll bring it down here and show everybody that follows GFW trains.
Right there. And so to answer your question, P&W Fan 2004, there it is. Worderick #1. Without that train, there would be no love of trains in the Worderick family. There's a fun story behind that one that makes me laugh. My grandma used to tell it. She bought my dad when he was 2 years old a little clockwork train. They had a key on it that you had to wind up, and you wind it up and you put it on the tracks and it'd run a while and then it'd stop. You'd have to wind it up again. My grandma said that she bought that for him. And my dad loved that so much, he'd put it on there and run it, and he couldn't wind it up, so he'd run back over to her, and she'd wind it up, and he'd run it, and he'd run back over to her, and she'd wind it up. She says, I got so tired of winding it up, I think I decided I needed to get him an electric train. So enter Lionel Trains, and that's what we got.
That's what started it all. So you old guys that are on the site, everybody's got a story about their trains, their first train, and I thought everybody'd be interested. And you young guys that are on here, you know, everything's got a story to it, and probably you've got one. And when you get as old as I am, maybe you'll be able to do the same thing.
That's cool. That's cool, George. How about you? That's a really good question. The question is, what train are you the most nostalgic about? Not necessarily your favorite train, but the one that you're most nostalgic about.
Blue. The Cena or my Cino 624, Postword 624.
And
That
W2
one-
switcher, right?
Yeah, that one was that's been there since day one.
That's your first train. So you guys, your favorite trains are your first trains.
Yes.
I think my favorite train isn't my first train, or not my favorite train. My most nostalgic train isn't my first train. I think my most nostalgic train had to have been about my third or fourth train, because when I first got some trains from my father, and got them from Santa Claus. I always wanted a GG1. We rode behind the GG1. That was one of my earliest memories, was riding behind the GG1, and I always wanted a GG1. I love GG1. Loved the Pennsylvania. And one day Grandpa came home, and for my birthday, gave me a GG1.
Penn Central one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
My mind blew. I was like, holy cow. Grandpa
So-
gave me a Penn Central GG1.
So, which one would you rather have?
Well, let me finish off the story.
Okay.
So he gave me this Penn Central GG1, and I ran it once or twice, and I don't know what happened. I'm sure that there was something that happened behind the scenes, because then one day he comes and he's like, "Hey, I want to trade with you, Wally. I've got a train that I want to trade with you for that Penn Central GG1." He pulls out a post-war 2332 GG1. He's like, "How about if you trade me that one for this one?" And I just loved the Pennsylvania GG1. So I traded him right there on the spot for that post-war GG1. And I think that one's my most nostalgic one.
That one is pretty cool. That one's pretty. I like that one a lot. And it's cool too because the stripes on yours too were redone.
Right?
And you've used it
By
so
somebody
much.
who's really famous.
Yeah, you've used it so much to the point where the stripes have worn down and now they look original.
The redone stripes. So Brian says Amtrak GG1. That's pretty cool.
It's what he knows one, right? Amtrak?
Yeah. That's my favorite. That's the Amtrak GG1 is one of my two white whales when it comes to train
The
collecting.
scale one.
Yeah, that I would love to have that I don't have. I'd love to get a scale Amtrak GG1, and the other one is the Boy Scout.
Oh, the ES44.
Yeah, the Boy Scout ES44. That one's priced in the stratosphere, and you hardly ever see those. How about you, Grandpa? What would be your white whale? The one that you've always wanted but haven't been able to get?
Oh boy, the one that I've always wanted, and I won't say always wanted because I didn't even know it existed when I was a youngster. I like to talk about one other one first before that one. I like to talk about a train how I got. First of all, for all you young guys, I got to tell you what, the secret to train success, two things. Love your trains while you got them. When you meet a girl and you're going to marry her, find out whether she likes trains or not. I didn't know the one I married would like trains, but it turned out she liked them when I started pulling them out and had no objection to it. When I was a kid, I used to go downtown Chicago, and there was a place called Vaughn's Seed Store, and they had Lionel layout there. And back in those days, kids 11 years old, I could get on the streetcar and go downtown and look at the trains at Marshall Fields and places like that. And so in 1953, I think it was, or 54, I went down to Vaughn's, and they had this big, beautiful gray engine that was running around and pulling around the tracks, and I said, gee, I wanted that. Well, I had no money, my family had no money, and so I never got it. Well, I'm an older guy now, and I dug out my few Lionel trains that I had, and I'd had an HO layout. And I went to a train show at Kane County Fairgrounds, and I had my wife with me. And I was showing her trains, and I said, walked up to a table, and there was this engine. I said, this is the one I've always wanted all my life, and I never could buy it. Never could. Gray roof, Lackawanna, 2321, post-war Lackawanna. And there sat one in almost perfect condition. And they had a price tag on it of $210 or $215 for the engine. And at that time, I wasn't a rich man. I was busy supporting 4 little kids, it might have been. And I did, okay. So she gets up and she says, I'm going to ask the guy, I'm going to give him $200 and buy the train. So she buys this train for me. It's a 2321 Lackawanna, and that was a train I always wanted when I was young. And I got one. I have a very nice one in my collection. Runs beautiful. Now,
That's
Wally,
in the display case, right?
that's in the display case. Now this is the one Wally snookered me out of. If we'll talk about this story of the Penn Central. Well, let me tell you how this really turned out. When I gave him the Penn Central GG1, they were coming out with all these GG1s at the time, and the Penn Central was the least popular one that Lionel made. And I said, well, I'd like to get him something nicer than that. And I found this engine here, and I said, I wonder if I can trade him for this 2332, because I would certainly rather have the 2332 than the black Penn Central. And so I traded him for the 2332, the Penn Central. Well, how did I really realize that this would really catch on with my son? He'd probably end up with both of them in the end of this. But that's how he got that 2332. And if you take a look at it, Rich Sherry, I think, did the stripes. I'm not sure whether it was Rich Sherry.
Yeah, it was Rich Sherry.
A guy named Rich Sherry. He's very famous. He's not with us anymore, but he's one of the best restorers of all the people that ever restored trains. And the GG1 is one of the ones for you guys that are looking at. The 2332 is probably the hardest one to find with nice stripes on it, because that's the first one. They were made in 1948, I believe, was the first year. It's a single motor, no magna traction. They don't pull very well, but they sure look good. And they have a horn that sounds just like, believe it or not, sounds like a GG1 horn. And until you never heard a GG1 horn, you'd say, what is this ridiculous noise they make? But that's it. It's a little box with a little vibrator in the box inside it. But it's really interesting. Let me tell you the story, too, right now, how come Wally likes GG1s so much, besides seeing pictures of them. He's got them all over the house here. We were out visiting some friends in Pennsylvania, and we took the Broadway Limited out to Pennsylvania. But when we were going home, we were getting on the train in Paoli, Indiana. And our friends dropped us off on one side of the tracks, and we looked over on the other side of the tracks, and there was our train. And we thought, we're going to miss it if we have to run all the way up to the station and everything we get on. So we ran across the tracks. How dumb can you get? Right underneath the nose of this big GG1 with its big headlight on there. Little did we know he was going to sit there for another 15 minutes. But we were all scared to death that we were going to miss that train. And Wally and his brother, another story, we get in, we had a slumber coach, 2 slumber coach rooms, and Wally and his brother we get in there, and they find they're going to have a room to themselves. They shut the door on the room, and Mom and I never saw them again until we got to Chicago, other than breakfast time. So that's Wally, that's the highlight of Wally.
I love that.
You must have been, what, 6, 7 years old?
Well, I'm probably right around there. I remember that was one of my first memories earliest memories that I can remember.
Yeah.
That's gotta be cool.
Yep, I remember getting a little toy wooden truck and playing it in the vestibule with it in the vestibule of the train car. So yeah, well, good stuff. Well, let's check some people in. We got some stories done. Welcome here, Grandpa. Big welcome to Grandpa, and get somebody here. If you haven't already, do us a big favor here at GFW Trains and smash that like button, that thumbs up button. That helps us out a lot in terms of getting our the algorithm for YouTube identifying our stream here, and then pushing it out on notifications for the people that weren't here. So if you haven't already, do me a huge favor, do us a huge favor, smash that like button. Thank you everybody for being here. Sparky107107 showed up earlier, saying hello. We got F Boosty in the house all the way from South America, from Argentina if I remember correctly. George said Venezuela, but I think it's Argentina. All right, so if you're still here, give me a heads up. Let me know where you're from there. It's Argentina. We got Cross Anchors in the house. Good to see you guys. Sounds like you're traveling out in Pennsylvania. We got this guy, Wally Werderick, in the house. Seems like that guy's a really cool guy.
Amazing guy.
Amazing. He wears some really cool shirts.
Yeah, and he's got a really nice beard.
I'm a beardo.
Hipster.
I think hair runs in that part of the family. See, I don't have any anymore.
Oh my gosh. So I'm a beardo here. All right, so we got Tim's Trains in the house. Matt's Trains, because we've been talking about Grandpa, but what else is it
Race
today?
Day. Fast Friday.
Fast Friday Race Day. Welcome to Fast Friday, everybody. D. Klinger is always here with us, hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with us again, as always, D. Klinger. 716 Round Fan says, hey, I made it. Happy Friday. Happy Fast Friday.
Friday.
Woohoo. Woohoo. D. Klinger's excited about going out to his train club here this weekend. Well, we got a Labor Day weekend, a little bit of a long weekend. I think we're going to either try and make it out to Prairie State or even IRM this weekend. Maybe even both.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Grandpa's in town. Got the motorhome. He's hanging out. I think he's going to be over there right by Prairie State, hanging out with the motorhome.
Hopefully you guys will too.
Right. Let's see here. We got PNW Fan 2004 in the house. Sunset Limited Productions. Here we are. Looking good, everybody. Looking good. Oakland Pacific Central. Thanks for giving us a heads up on no audio. We got about a minute into our intro, and it was like, what? So we got that. Well, thank you, Matt. Matt's Trains in the house. If we haven't gotten him already, we ain't stingy with the whistle around here. Landon the Train is in the house. Pulling the train into the station. I don't know why we call it in the house. I should say in the station.
Oh, yeah. The roundhouse.
The roundhouse.
Yeah, station sounds better.
Yeah. Gloria Placencia, Mama Yaya's in the house. Hola, Mama Yaya. And Mommy Lulu's in the house. How you doing there, Tita? Let's see here. Matt's Train says 3 generations in one room. I was thinking about this. This is in the government. They wouldn't do this. There's too much power right here in one room. All of it. So everyone's liking those stories, Grandpa. Pretty soon we're gonna have to tell the stories that are gonna make George turn red.
Oh,
okay.
Embarrassing stories. Yep. So we got Anfield Road layout in the loft. Says, hi, GFW Trains. Hi. Well, hey, that's a new person coming in and watching the stream, huh, George?
Yeah.
What do we do when somebody comes in the stream? For those that are new here,
Give him a whistle.
Yep. Got a whistle for him. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Kick back, relax, grab something to drink, and
enjoy the show.
Let's talk trains and enjoy the show. Pretty soon we'll be doing some racing. So PNW Fan 2004 says, I never have models, but I love watching trains on videos. And that was the best. Amtrak Guy 91's here. Hey, GFW Trains. He says, good to see Amtrak Guy coming by once again and hanging out with us. We got our man Brian Burns in the house. He likes his Pennsylvania 280 or his M1s being his nostalgic trains. Landon the Train, in terms of his nostalgic trains, everybody pipe up if you got a nostalgic train that you want to talk about. Landon the Train says that he loves the Alco PAs. D. Klinger says, yeah, about Brian. Yeah, we all pretty much knew that about what his favorite trains are, right, George?
Mm-hmm.
Now, PNW Fan 2004 says, my first Lionel train was a 2026 264.
Those things are bulletproof, man.
They are. He says, but I also got a Virginia SD45.
Oh, that's gotta be cool.
Right. So Amy Postma's in the house. Amy saying, yo. Good to see you, Amy. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. And let's see. P&W 2004 says sad that the GG1s will never run again. So I'm not. Is it? I mean, there are a lot of GG1s around at different railroad museums and everything like that. Is it the electrical current is just too much of a draw on anything?
I don't know. I think that and a mixture of just like safety stuff too.
You know, actually, guys, it's the difference in the electrical power that's generated. What they run, the few catenary systems that are out there, and the third rails aren't run at the same on the same current. I believe that the GG1 is run on a DC current, and I believe most of the thing is run on AC current now. But I'm not sure.
Oh.
But I think everything is AC. But the GG runs were run on DC, and that's the only reason they can't be running. The power systems are different. You know,
Yeah.
obviously.
I know that's the case with the AM7 that's at IRM too.
Right.
They can't run that because they don't have enough power. But
Brian was saying it's the onboard generators there. So yeah. So Amy Postma from Iowa. All right. Did not know that. Sean's train's in the house, or in the station here, in the roundhouse, around his house. There we go. Amy Postman would ask, do we have any FR16s? RF16s?
I don't think so.
We
no.
do not. We do
It's an
not.
RF16.
So Tim's train says, I don't have a favorite train that I own. I enjoy them all, some more than others, but I have to go. But I have to pick. I go with my 759, which I don't know if I'll get back.
What? 759.
Well, I'm not sure. What train are you talking about? I've never heard of him having a 759. How about you,
what's a
George?
759. I've never heard of that engine before.
Tim, I'm not sure. You're gonna have to
Oh, those are shark noses.
clarify. Oh, all right. We don't have any shark noses. Those are
Sharky.
they are sharky. They are sharky. So 716 Rail Fan says, I was so happy yesterday. We had a big rail fan meetup where I usually go with like 6 or 7 people. We caught some awesome stuff. A Buffalo Southern RS11, low nose alcohol, and I got a horn show too.
Oh wow.
That's pretty neat. That's
Oh, no,
pretty
it's
neat.
Alco. Wow, those gotta be pretty hard to come by.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Corey's in the house. Ours trains here.
Oh, it's twins.
Yep. You know what? He said he's joined a broadcasting club. Can you imagine that? Corey joining a broadcasting club?
I was surprised it's not like a ham radio club.
Oh my gosh. No, I can see him being on the news one day for sure.
Corey, you'd look good. You really would look good at broadcasting. Trust me.
He says they got a lot of stuff in that broadcasting club to help with his videos. You should get into a broadcasting club, George.
Actually, yeah. It's
Help out with the videos. Right. Yeah. So he's got Adobe Premiere, 4K Cine cameras, OBS, and all that stuff. Woohoo! Man, you're going to be like the next Steven Spielberg, and we can say that we knew you right here when you were just a trained
He made
video
me
nut.
shirts.
Right. Rarity, right here.
Right.
Can't wait.
Corey, if nothing else, you can work in a bazaar in Turkey making shirts.
That's true.
Dee Klinger comes back and says, my friend made a girl in my class so mad that at the end of the day she walked out.
Oh.
That's called talent.
Yeah, right.
Not the way to go.
Right. So PNW Rail Fan, or PNW Fan 2004 says, I'm also very nostalgic for D&H ST45s. Got a lot of D&H fans.
Yeah.
Well, that's got some cool paint jobs, don't you think?
I like the
They're
shield. Yeah. The passenger train. They had Challengers too.
Yeah, they did. The D&H passenger train with the Alco PAs was, they bought the engines from the Santa Fe.
The war bonnet.
And they kept the war bonnet and they just painted it blue, but they had an absolutely gorgeous passenger train in blue and gold and white. I forget the name of the guy that owned the D&H at that time, and he really wanted to have this wonderful passenger service that wasn't part of Amtrak. And he really did have a real nice thing. The trouble is, I guess it didn't make money or something, like so many good ideas in railroad passenger business. It doesn't do well. Our ex-president at the airline I worked for has done his best to destroy Amtrak.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think if there's any shark noses that I like, it's the D&H ones. Those are the only ones I like.
Yep.
But, I just think that, I don't know, I like the D&H ones just because of the colors. Actually,
Right.
the D&H when I was little, they had on I Love Toy Trains the D&H SD45s. I forget. There's like it was like Sparky or something like that. It ran into the back of the shed and it made it a big oh no scene.
Uh-oh.
So Amy Postma's up here saying, George, the triplets, the Erie triplets. Imagine if you had an Erie triplets, a 28882. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. We always go round and round about that one, whether it was a successful engine or it wasn't a successful engine. Neat model, but not necessarily the best engine in real life, even though it was a beast.
Yeah, well, it was too much of a beast that it couldn't like. It was
Couldn't
too
pull,
big
right?
for itself. Yeah.
Right, right. So one of the questions we always get around here, Grandpa, is diesel or steam. Are you a steam guy or are you a diesel guy, Grandpa?
And Tim's. Oh, sorry.
Do I like steam or diesel? Well, there's a good thing of saying it. You know, guys that remember the movie Toy Story, they ask, "What's your favorite train?" It's the one I'm playing with right now.
Ah, that's
How
good.
about that? But I like the steam engines. They're the new stuff come back. You know, when you consider the difference between this little 1666 that's over here and what Lionel was making when I was growing up, and what these things that you guys are getting now, like the 844, and the big boy and that. Oh, there's nothing like it now. It was the big boy. Now that I've seen it live running, and you guys maybe have seen the movie we made from the airplane and of the big boy. But I can remember some of these engines when I was younger. I remember with still steam engines running down in the Northwestern Freight Yard. I used to go when I had my first car. I used to visit this junkyard on Halstead Avenue, which overlooked the coach yard for the Northwestern commuter trains, and they had some little switch engines, steam switch engines, and Atlantics still pulling the commuter trains. And you know, I got to see them. Then my first train trip was on a Rock Island train during World War II as a baby. I can still probably. In 1945, riding to San Diego, California, on a Rock Island train.
Yeah, and the other cool thing too is you actually saw an operating big boy.
Yes, we did. But of course, that I'd seen the big boy before at the railroad fair back in. They had a big rail fair in Chicago when I was a kid, which you can get the videos of it. It's really worth seeing. They had it was called Wheels Are Rolling. And I got to see that live. It was a big deal down on the lake shore, and they'd roll these trains in. The star of the show, they'd run a big steam engine or a new diesel in or something like that. It was really quite something. And there is a video available of it to see. But personally, I just like trains of all kinds. You know, it's they're fun. Passenger trains, I love passenger trains. I love freight trains. You know, it's the hobby we have with toy trains. And even liking real trains and getting to know something about railroading, it's a fascinating business. It's going to be with us forever until somebody figures out a better way of, you know, like Star Trek transporting things with sparklies. There's always going to be need for railroads because there's no better way unless you have a river of transporting large quantities. So this is a commercial for the American Association of Railroads.
So D. Klinger's got to run. Thanks for hanging out with us when you have, D. Klinger. We'll see you around the roundhouse. Another question. We got two questions up. First one I'm going to throw out there to you guys is a trivia question. What was the C&O turbine called? The C&O turbine. And that's one. And then the second question is modern trains or old trains, guys? What do you think?
I'm gonna go with the older stuff. I don't know. I just find them so fascinating, especially the models, because there's so many moving parts on them. You know, or
Of the new models of the older stuff, you mean?
yes.
Okay.
New models of the older stuff.
Gotcha. Do you like new model trains or old model trains?
I like new model trains. New model trains just because I don't know. I think it's cool how much the technology's taken the hobby. So.
Right. How about you, Grandpa?
Well, I got to agree with Georgie there. The new stuff is just so fascinating. I wish when I was younger I could have been able to acquire things like this. Of course, we couldn't afford it, but it would sure be nice, you know, the difference. If you take a look at, I think over here on the right, I'm going to go get one of these cars, the difference of what This is what Lionel sold for passenger cars back when my little 1666 came out. They hadn't even come out with the big Madison cars yet, but this was the piece de resistance. I had a set of these in brown in passenger cars. That was my first passenger train. But you look at that compared to this Union Pacific set here, and you say, "Wow,
You've come a long way, haven't
wow!"
Oh yeah, yes they do.
they? Right. So, the John Henry.
No, that was the NNW one.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know what the C&O one. The C&O ones, I've never really was into those. I know, but the Juan Henry, as I like to call it,
yeah.
was the NNW one. Yeah. Yes.
So Amy says, "Hey, Grandpa George,
Hi there, Amy.
what's your favorite locomotive?"
Well, my favorite locomotive, probably, I'm gonna. This is another kind of a great story. I'm good with stories. What my family bought me for a birthday 2-3 years ago was the chance to drive a diesel engine on a railroad. You see this hat I'm wearing right here? It's the Nevada Southern Railroad. And I got to drive, now get this one, Union Pacific 844. It's a GP38 though.
Not the 844 you're thinking of, George.
The GP, for a while the 844 here was numbered 8444. But I got to drive the GP38 on the Nevada Southern Railroad. So I'm real partial to GP38s right now. My railroading experience is that, and that engine, fortunately, Lionel made a GP38 number with Union Pacific paint job 844. And it sounds, the Lionel train sounds exactly like that one I was driving. Maybe we'll post it on one of the pictures of me driving that thing on one of the websites. But there was one of the highlights. I've had a lot of highlights in my life, but that's one of them.
Oh yeah.
So they answer the question, the turbine, the ACE 3000. That's the one that they tried to boot up again. Remember when they, you probably didn't, but there was a while when they were trying to reboot.
Coal.
Yeah,
we
that
can
coal
make,
one,
we can make a gas turbine with coal.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that because that they did a lot of testing with the T1, the chassis T1.
Right.
That's why I was in that paint scheme. But yeah.
Right. So ours train says, "I got a question for the OG George. What's your most favorite experience with a real train?" Also, I got to drive the 844 for a second too. I love that little diesel.
Yeah, that was a great one. My experience is, as you probably know, I worked for the railroads, and working my way through college, and probably some of you know, some of you don't know, I was a pilot, airline pilot, and I paid for my flight training and all that kind of stuff. But I had some experiences. I got to work one summer on the Santa Fe El Capitan, and I worked in the passenger department, and so we get to escort a train out to California, and that was a great experience for me doing that, and riding on the trains. I've always loved riding on trains. I mean, it's been one of the great thrills I've had from. It still, as a matter of fact, do. Every year, my wife and I take at least one Amtrak sleeper trip, usually on the
Zephyr,
California Zephyr from Emeryville to Chicago, and especially in the winter when it snows. There's nothing like that train ride. It's so beautiful. But one of the other ones that was the nicest one I did when I was going to college. I was going to the University of Montana, and I was taking a plane back to Missoula, Montana. And we couldn't land there, so we landed in Spokane, Washington. And the next morning they canceled the flight, and they said, "Well, we don't know how we're going to get you back to Missoula." And I'd heard there was a Northern Pacific train leaving in an hour, so we quick ran down, got on the Northern Pacific Main Streeter, and we went through Coeur d'Alene and all that. And it had just been a blizzard the night before, and there was nothing more beautiful than riding on the Northern Pacific train and eating in the diner, watching that beautiful snow go by, feeling real comfortable on a train. For those of you who've never had that experience, I've had all the kids, we try to have all the kids do that, but those are the greatest experiences that I've had. I've had many of them on the trains, but it's so darn much fun. Back when the old time railroads, it was really neat when the dining cars had flatware. As a matter of fact, we have quite a collection of dining car stuff,
Oh yeah.
things like that. But Amtrak's not bad, and they're going through some hard times right now, and maybe it'll perk back up. But I encourage all rail fans, see if you can take a trip on one of the long distance Western trains. Get a sleeper on it where all the where all your meals come with it, and sit back, relax, take your time, and watch the world go by. And especially if you like trains, you never know what you're going to see.
Right. So Anfield Road layout in the loft says hi GFW trains. Ooh, got some speed on that one. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. Amy Postmo wants to know if you like the Union Pacific U50, George.
I love it, man. It's the one that you hate.
I know. I don't like the U50. George loves the U50. What about you, Grandpa?
I'm not even familiar with what it is.
Here, I'll show you a picture. You'll recognize it.
I'll recognize
So-
it. U-50, wasn't that something in the German Navy?
No, I don't know. So Train Stone Pure Marquette Production says, ours trains, congratulations on 800. I'd comment on your video, but you had the comments turned off. As a matter of fact, that'll get me into my my little message that I always like to say here.
Yeah.
We're all a part of a really cool community here on YouTube, and on our corner of YouTube, the model train community. So we all have some really, really neat YouTube channels where we post up some cool videos, some neat channels. So take a look at the people here. Go check out their YouTube channels and let's support each other. Watch their videos, subscribe to their channels. You can look at their names here and go back and check them out, or come back to the stream later, look at the names. Or on our the description of the video here, there's a neat video that Sparky 107 has put together to make a catalog of all of the different railroad YouTube channels that are out there. So go to that, check out the web or the YouTube video that Sparky's put together. Additionally, we've got a cool Discord channel. If you're not part of the Discord channel, get on the Discord channel. And on the channel, there's a section of the channel where you can promote your video. I unfortunately haven't had a chance to get on that channel in a while. We've just been asleep at the switch. Not really asleep, but just been too busy working. Haven't had a chance to get over there. Hopefully got some good talk, some good chatter. I'll probably try and get over there next couple of days here. Hang out for a little bit and say that. So, yeah. So Amy Postma says that U50 was basically two locomotives under one hood.
Yeah, so was the DD40 then, yeah.
Right. So P&W Fan 2004 is another trivia question. What was the only reason the New York Central 3001 Mohawk survived?
Ooh, I don't know that. It's got to be something with us.
I don't know that.
St. Louis.
Right.
Those guys have it.
And ours train says GFW should totally make a video of OG George just telling stories with his old photos. Those would be some cool ones, huh?
Oh yeah, those would be cool.
Yep. Brian says, I've ridden on a Pennsylvania Railroad caboose in the snow recently. I bought the caboose I rode in.
Oh, that's at Strasburg.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. Tim's train says the former Reading 2101 wasn't used for the research for the ACE 3000. The CNO 614 Greenbrier was used because the T1 got damaged in a fire at the B&O Railroad Museum.
Yeah.
Landon is asking a question that's a slam dunk question, at least for me. Do you like the Burlington Zephyr? Boom! Burlington Zephyr's got to be right up there in my Mount Rushmore of favorite trains.
Anyway, I don't know. I like it. I think that
It ran through Yorkville!
Yeah.
The town that we live in was right along the main line where the Burlington Zephyr ran out of Chicago, out west. I love it. How about you, George?
I think it's cool. Yeah. I
Cool,
like
but doesn't have the love that I've got for it.
I like the silver on it. The silver paint scheme. Well, that had to be hard to keep clean.
It's stainless steel.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It's a silver.
You've seen one? Two?
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, but like the F units are stainless steel too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, the F units. Did you see they're moving the Mark Twain Zephyr up there to
Yeah,
northern
right.
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Did you see that it went through our area here? I probably went up
By
Highway 30.
Rockford.
I went up by Highway 39. Yesterday it spent last night somewhere around Janesville in a truck stop.
No kidding.
The last
So,
car.
for those of you who don't know, the Mark Twain Zephyr is one of the surviving Zephyr trains, and it's in really, really decrepit state. Used to be right here by us in Minooka, but then it was sold and was down in the the St. Louis area, and it was recently bought by a railroad or a tourist railroad up in Wisconsin, and they've gone in the process of moving that Mark Twain Zephyr up there.
And the cool part about those too is they literally, so for the observation car, they rested the front part of where the truck would go onto. They basically put that up directly to the truck, and they put like a little like they put just some wheels on the back part of the truck. So basically, it's just like the car holding it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
you can see the picture on YouTube today. I shouldn't say YouTube, but yeah, I guess it is on YouTube.
It's on Facebook, Facebook video, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really it's
Facebook
really
Live.
neat picture, and we have the Pioneer Zephyr here in Chicago at the Museum of Science and Industry. So that's it. For those of you that are old-time railroad guys, that's one you really ought to see. I mean, it's the two first streamline trains, the Burlington Zephyr and the Union Pacific M1000. I don't know if there's any of those that survived anywhere. It's priceless seeing that old stuff. I mean, even it's old. When it's older than me, it's pretty old.
Right.
Here's the picture. But yeah, see, it's just like
Oh,
there's like
wow,
no
that's
flat,
cool.
but yeah.
That's cool. Somewhere I got a picture of me standing in the back of that observation car, that Mark Twain Zephyr.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, back when it was in Minooka?
Well, yeah, back when it was in Minooka.
Didn't
So the answer on the 3001 is the TMP broke down and the 3001 was sent as a stand-in.
Oh, okay.
All right. Amy Postma's asking, do you guys have an Amtrak D-8 or whatever it is? Just a question or anything Amtrak related.
Yeah,
We've got a lot of Amtrak equipment.
Genesis and
GG1.
I think I've got 4 sets of passenger cars. AEM7.
Yeah, AIM-7.
I got a
Dash
Dash 8.
8. Dash 8. You got a Dash 9. No, I think yours is a Dash 8.
we've got how many sets of Genesis do we have? We've got
Like
got
command
five
control.
of them.
You guys put command control in one, and I put a sound system in one.
Yeah.
Williams Genesis.
we got a
engines
lot
were
of
the
those
first ones.
Genesis and passenger cars. That's for
So,
Yeah.
hey, DB Tech just
Casella,
got in the
how about
house.
that?
Good to see you, DB
sure.
Tech.
Yeah, sell it.
Cross Anchor Railroad's back. He likes my shirt. Thank you. 716 Rail fans says never forget to go into my uncle's house. He's near the Norfolk and Southern tier line, and he loves trains. I was younger and I got my and I heard a train. My dad took me to the train track and I got a cab tour. Oh, how cool is that?
That's cool, yeah.
Amy Postma likes my shirt too. Liking on the shirt. Although I like this shirt. Show this one off a little bit. Fast Friday. In fact, we're gonna need to start racing some trains. I'm gonna get on that right now, George. What kind of trains we got to race today?
Oh, we got some. I don't know. I think these have been out, but they're not too popular. I think they've only been out like once or twice, so they're not regular engines. That's for sure.
Good. Why don't you go over there and get those? DB Tech, you're right. That is OG Big George in the back. He came and joined us. He's hanging out with us this Labor Day weekend. So he's here telling some stories. And in the trains asked if we ever been to Strasburg. Well, I've been to Strasburg. Grandpa George OG George has been to Strasburg, but we have never been to George has never been to Strasburg. GFW Trains has never been there.
Your first two competitors, Florida East Coast GP9 and Williams Milwaukee Road GP9.
Brian says that he thinks OG George is going to have a heart attack from train racing, George.
Fingers, George, fingers.
I think that's a good bet right there. I think that's a good bet. Hey, can everybody do me a favor while we're getting ready for the train races? It helps out a lot with our stream. It helps out a lot with the channel if you smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. That helps out. Get the live stream out. The algorithm picks it up better on YouTube. Shoots it out there on the recommendations for the people that haven't seen us. Ooh, RS3 race.
Yeah,
Oh.
so Santa Fe RS3 versus the Great Northern RS3.
Who would know?
Yeah.
Who would know it's the same railroad now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
Right.
what we should have Buffett rails on there.
Yeah.
His model.
DB Tech wants to know if OG brought any trains to race. Well, he didn't bring any to race, but he brought Worderick #1. You might be able to see this right over in the corner. That is Worderick #1, a 1666 from, I think he said that was from 1872. Right
Yeah,
around.
man, this thing went through the Revolutionary War, actually.
Yep. Oh, it's a 1772.
And the reason the tape is there, it's not to hold it together, it's to hold the E unit on. Because this little guy doesn't like to run over the switches. It'll activate the E unit. So we put the tape there to hold the E unit switch to
That's
which
good.
vibrate
That's
off.
good. Amy wants to see a race with the AEM7, George. I've got a good one. Let's race that AEM7. How about AEM7 versus Little Joe?
Ooh.
What's that?
You wanna- in the-
No.
Oh.
Great Northern Little Joe.
Okay.
That Little Joe's my second train.
I'll
So
go
hey, Stephen Coverill's here. Hey, Stephen, how
Hey,
you doing
Steven.
today?
Hi, Steve.
Good to see you. We got Grandpa George here with us. Thanks for coming by, hanging out. Grab something to drink, hang out with us, talk trains. We've been talking all kinds of Grandpa George stories. Grandpa brought Worderick #1 for all those people that are just rolling in the door. This is the train that started it all. Why don't you pick that up, Grandpa? Show everybody with it. 1946, right?
Right after the war was probably made. This one here was probably made during the war because it's basically the boiler of it is the pre-war boiler, but this one came with knuckle couplers, so it's not a pre-war engine. But for those of you that are collectors, if you're thinking of 1666, there's two things. They either come with a flat back end here or a rounded back end. The early ones have the flat back end.
There we go. There we go. We got a lot of traction here, perhaps, for the AEM7 to go against the GG1. I might have to see if I got any of the GG1s that'll roll on our track good here, right at my fingertips. I'm not racing my old 33 or 2332 there. I think that one doesn't make it around the track because it's got sliding shoes. But I do have a couple of GG1s with rollers, so I'm gonna see if I can find one of those. Maybe we can race that. Brian says, never doubted GG1. Toaster versus GG1. We're getting some traction for that. So I might have to see if I can find that GG1. So, Grandpa, you got any trains that you're thinking about racing? What do you got? All of the house engines out here. We got Blue Rob, we got Fake Blue, we got Thomas, we've got
Well, I told you everything.
The red-
Probably
the Red Rocket.
Worderick #1 could probably beat anything.
Oh,
in your,
I
in
know.
your
Are
house.
you racing that one though?
I don't know. I might not win because I wouldn't. Worderick #1 has probably flown off more train tables than any engine in the world.
Oh, yeah,
If it
yeah.
had
See, we
wings-
all got that train that flown off the
If-
train tables, huh?
If that train could tell stories, that train would probably have me in the well, anyway, down the tubes because poor #1 flew off. That just goes to show you what the thing that's how well those things were built.
Right.
I got it as a kid, 3 years old.
Oh, 1-800 Clyde's in the roundhouse. He says, "Hey, where's the adult supervision? All I see are a bunch of kids."
You're right. Hey, isn't that what makes us all great? Is we're still kids?
I love it.
Where else could you be a kid but with
I
toy
love
trains?
it. I
Huh?
love it. All right, so let's get this.
I'm going to get out of their
party
way. 'cause
started. No, you're in the races.
Well, I got to
You
get
gotta
out of your
pick-
way. You guys got to get
pick
everything
out
on the
you
track
guys, we
here.
can do that later. Let's pick out some race engines, George. I'm gonna go see what I can find. Why don't you guys talk on the stream there? Pick out some race engines, and we'll get the first race going.
It's interesting, guys, that the hobby. You probably catch me chiming in on things going on all the time. This is the greatest. They call it the world's greatest hobby because it brings together people of young age and old age, and that's what's really neat about it. That for you young guys, you relate to us older guys, and for us older guys, we relate to the young fellas. And as I've told many people, I feel very fortunate that all my kids have train sets, and I guess the disease that caught the heaviest was
What'd you pick out, George?
was Wally, and of course he's translated heavy duty to his son. And for you older fellas, it's something you want to think about. Oh, look they found an Amtrak GG1, new one.
How about that? How about that? We'll race that one. What do you think?
Is that the bloody nose one?
What do you think? Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
This is the bloody nose Amtrak GG1. I think what's he going to race that against?
The AM7, but we're not doing that. We'll do that one later. All right, so we start with the RS3 race. George, we need to take these trains off rather than dusting that one up, all right? Got to clear a track here. All right.
You know, that's the tough part with doing anything is taking the trains off the track. Putting them on is more fun than taking them off. I know how that works. Especially when you got that many. Isn't that a beautiful set, that Union Pacific set? That is just the cat's meow. I tell you what. You don't get them any nicer than that. The train set and these big boys they've got here. They're just amazing what they've done with Lionel and MTH trains. Sorry to lose MTH. I don't have much MTH stuff other than a certain MTH train I think I own.
We don't know anything about that.
Hiding somewhere around here. I
don't know anything about it.
What's MTH?
I don't see it anywhere. It's this. George just gave his dad away. He says it's in the other room. But that's the only MTH I have. I don't have anything hooked up. So the guys have been running it, and it's, as you know, we're big Monon fans. That was my first job right out of high school. The day after I graduated from high school, I started to work for the Monon Railroad, and that all the railroads helped pay my way through college and flight training and all that kind of stuff. So even though I never ended a career with the railroads, I have a big deep spot in my heart for railroading and toy trains and to model them and everything like that, which is really kind of neat. And it's you know, be quite frank, if they'd let me drive a train back in those days, I probably never would have been an airline pilot. So anyway, the guys are getting ready. As they say at the track, the horses are nearing the post. Ladies and gentlemen, the horses are nearing the post.
Friday.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. $2 on the nose, or as they would say, watch the little Cupid doll.
I haven't been to the track that much to watch a Cupid doll, Dad.
Well,
I haven't been to the track. So did you pick out a racing engine there, Dad?
I told you, I says number one here.
That's the one you're racing with. George, what are you racing? You race with Blue over there?
See, I came to the race with the best horse going. He may not win. He may be the oldest though, so you know them old horses are good.
Ooh, you can race.
Oh, is George going to race me with 624? I know. Oh, this is a challenge. I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the race of the Georges.
Ooh.
Wait,
George.
This isn't the right blue. Sorry.
Oh, he goes to the post with the wrong horse. I don't believe. Can you imagine if you went to the track and you had them all lined up at the track? See the Kentucky Derby this week. They aren't going to let the guy go in the phony horse go in the number 17 stall when the favorite's hiding in the woods, are they, George? So George is trying to figure out which engine he's got.
He's got the fake blue. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the clash of the Georges with their number one engines. In the outside lane, we've got Grandpa George, OG George, with the 1666. And on the inside track, racing in one direction and one direction only, we have George's number one, Blue. Let's pull up our race camera. Let's get this thing going. Oh my gosh, we got that one pointed at the sky. Let's get this one back down here, boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen.
This is the race. It's really a pleasure to be here at GFW Studios.
The worldwide studios.
I have been watching these since you guys have been watching these, and I finally coaxed them into inviting me to come over here.
GFW.
I have to park my motorhome out front though to get this.
VIP parking, Dad. VIP parking. We gave this guy VIP parking right here at the GFW Trades Worldwide Studios.
Oh yeah.
We got him an executive suite right on the curb. Executive parking right there. Executive suite, executive parking. All right, boys.
Well, he's trying to pick up my tricks. I've watched these guys. I know they cheat.
What? What?
What's cheating? I don't know.
Tim agrees with you, Dad. He says that we like holding trains hostage around here.
What?
We're having them display.
Tim,
It's like an annex display.
Tim, I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
So, all right, Amy Postman says, I got a good idea. Daylight versus American Freedom Train. We've got an even better idea on that one, so stay tuned here. Stay tuned. All right. So, for those of you tuning in, we've got race fans. We've got races. We've got the Georges. We've got the battle of the number ones. We've got the 1666 versus the 624. Gentlemen, take your trains around the track for a lap to show off your trains. There we go. Take a look at these trains, ladies and gentlemen. They're running nice and smooth. Battle of the number ones. Who do you think is going to win? Place your bets. Place your bets here. Perfect night for P&W Fan 2004. Can't get much better than playing with trains. There we go. Vroom, vroom, like Amy Postman says. Take them around the track one more time, boys.
I thought we were going to
Stretch your legs.
I thought we were going to have a Le Mans start here.
Flying start like the Indy 500. Ooh, Grandpa's starting to feel it. Looks like they might have some bad balance in those drivers there, Grandpa. All right, one last lap, boys, and then we'll bring it around here. We'll start it off. All right.
I got more power in this race than he does. All I got to do is stay even with him. Yeah.
I got to figure out the best spot for me to stand. Right about here, I think.
I wasn't that the race?
No, that was not the race.
Well,
that was
wasn't
just a
the race.
warm-up.
Oh, that was it.
All right. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Place your bets. If you haven't already, do GFW Trains a favor. Smash that like button. Who do you think's going to win? The OG George or the next gen George? What do you think? Tell me who you got. DB Tech's going with OG on the inside. George is on next gen George is on the inside.
We can't run the 166 on the inside.
Yeah, the 1666 dumps on the switch over here. It does not like that switch.
Brian Burns says he wants OG George to win because team is king.
Well,
OG or Gen 3? Stephen Coverall's sticking up for the OG.
All right, Steve. Way to go, us old guys.
PNW says next gen George.
Yay!
1-800 Clyde comes up with the statement of the night. George is going to win. I'm with you guys.
I'm with you guys. What movie is that from, everybody?
Well, I'm voting for yours truly. I'm
with you guys.
Tell me who you vote for. Well, I'm with you guys. All right. Speed is key. All right, let's go. Next gen has the win with Brian Burns. Ours train says I'm with George. All right, so here we go. It is going to be a 3-lap race.
3 laps. Ooh.
3-lap race.
So long with
Yeah.
500 miler.
Yep. Since it's we're only doing one heat, and it's going to be 3 laps. And do you know what we can do too on this one? We'll do a staggered start.
Oh, I got this figured. The house rules. Oh no, it's got to be the other way around.
Oh.
He's got to be shorter. But I figured this would be house rules. One thing about when you have a guest over in a race, you don't give him even money.
No, even money. And you don't give him back his trains either.
Whoa!
Hey, Iron Fox in the house. Good to see Iron Fox. Thanks for stopping by. You're out ready to see the first race. It is the grudge match of the Georges. We've got the OG George versus the next gen George.
Cheat up a little bit there.
There we go. Racers, are you ready? To your marks.
George. George is adjusting things. He's got to get the go fasters on there.
Give me a thumbs up, race fans, if you're ready.
Thumbs up.
George, give me a thumbs up. All right, we don't have any thumbs up. Come on, somebody. Here we go. NAC, New Jersey, Jersey Rail fan with a thumbs up. Here we go. Brian Burns says if OG George wins, he gets to take back his 844.
Oh no! All right.
Hey!
I like it. I like it. Racers, are you ready?
Yeah.
On your marks. Get set. Go. Oh, it's an even match coming out of the turn here. Going into the second turn, it's even. The 1666 pulls ahead a little bit, but it's still nice and even. Blue seems to be rolling a little slow. OG in the front. OG in the front after one lap. Neck and neck coming into the second lap. Looks like Blue is getting some speed. The next gen's coming on strong. Next gen's coming on strong. But there comes a puff of steam from the 1666. Oh my gosh, the 624 is petering out on the last lap. Half a lap to go. It's still neck and neck, folks. Neck and neck coming right through here to the finish line, and it is. Oh, it is OG George with the victory. OG George in the 1666. Take a victory lap around. We've got OG George. OG George.
That just goes to show you, George, you let me win.
I won't.
Oh.
Time for the beatdown from the Red Rocket.
Did I hear?
Challenge. Beatdown from the Red Rocket. Here we go.
I figure old 624 is better than the Red Rocket.
Oh my gosh. The Red Rocket knows how to ride. He's not scared to fall off the track.
And he will.
Bro, do you want to know what the Red Rocket reminds me of? So you know in Cars 3 when they go to the Smash Up Derby,
Uh-huh.
there's a bunch of all the that's what the Red Rocket reminds me of.
Here we go. Red Rocket time.
I give it the first curve to flip.
Oh,
Wally's getting good.
Ooh, Red Rocket. Here we go. Who's winning on this one?
This is going to be a challenge.
I think
Oh my gosh. I got it. Hey, don't tell everybody. If he wins, it's probably because I want to stay in the will. Yep. TV Tech says he taught him everything he knows.
Yeah, well.
Here we go, Red Rocket. I'm getting a lot of traction for the Red Rocket. Here we go, Red Rocket. Who we winning? Who's winning here, boys?
Do you want the handicap again?
Nope, I don't even need a handicap.
Oh.
Tim's Train says, I enjoyed racing the Red Rocket. Tim's Train's a Red Rocket fan. Right here, featured on GFW Train shirt.
Well, hold it. We got to hold. Wait a minute. We want a stock train. This is a stock race.
This is stock.
This is stock race. Wait a minute. I didn't know
Those
why.
ain't Lionel.
Does that
Look.
Lionel look like
It
this?
says Lionel on these rockets right
Yeah,
here.
right,
Those
sure.
are Lionel rockets.
Sure
it's
it
just
is.
like Mrs. Fritter in the Cars 3 when she has the little like razor blade thing coming out the side.
I mean, heck, fire. A rocket train? Did Lionel ever make anything like that? Look at that.
You got this.
Woo-hoo.
Come on. All right. George, start us out here, man. Get us a thumbs up. Let's get this race rolling.
Alrighty.
I'll give him a head start.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so let's get a thumbs up in the chat so we can start the race. Oh boy.
What are we getting there, George?
Alright, we got a thumbs up from 17.6 or 17.
716,
71,
716, George.
There we go. There we go.
17. Anyways. Alright. Drivers, are you ready?
Yes.
Hold on. No.
Oh,
No, leave that up there because I knocked that down a lot. So. Alright.
I'm sorry. Were you talking to me?
Yeah.
What were you saying again?
I said I was asking you to leave that up there.
No, before that.
Are you ready?
Oh, that was for me?
Yeah.
I feel
Me.
a fix coming on. Listen to these.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Listen to these two.
Just so you know, I'm ready, everybody.
Wait a minute.
Sponsored racer. Sponsored right here.
Oh my.
Oh yeah.
I'm not wearing my sponsor.
He got his eBay bucks.
Ricky Booby. Watch out.
You got 1% back eBay bucks.
All right, on your marks, get set, go!
Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm going to let out the shaft here.
Uh-oh, I think something's going to break there.
Do the last lap. We're going to go for it, baby. Ah! All right, we spun out on the turn. Spun out on the turn. I lose.
The Red Rocket! Red
Let me hit my baby back.
I gotta
Let
be
me
nice.
hit my baby
I might
back.
have to be nice to him. I might have to be nice to him so I can stay in the will. Yep.
Let me hit my baby back.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, I'm so sorry, little train. I ran you off the track.
Red Rocket! Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness gracious! Poor little train.
Yeah, Red Rocket's like, I want to get off the track. I got these rockets here. Red
Rocket!
Rocket!
Hold on. Where's my bag? I'm gonna take everything home.
All right.
I get this out of the way.
Grandpa, here's what we're gonna do.
All right. No.
No. You like old stuff because you're old and everything. Like a million years old, Grandpa is.
Didn't he sign the Declaration of Independence?
I think so. He was on the Mayflower.
Hey,
how about this? The Red Devil. You think you can handle the Red Devil? This is the only.
I've watched this thing before.
This is the only thing that's faster. Or
Yeah.
the only thing that's older than your train there is that the Red Devil. See if you can handle that Red Devil. Let's do a grudge match. See your train racing skills here. Or do you want to run?
I'll run whatever.
That one you're gonna have to. You gotta. That's the fastest train. For those of you that are new here, the Red Devil right here is probably the fastest train on the track. But that one falls off the G. You get that one rolling too fast, it's gonna fall off. Yeah. So hey, do me a favor, everybody. If you're coming in here and haven't already, please smash that like button. Ooh, he's getting good with that Red Devil, George. Getting good with that Red Devil.
Like driving an Indy car, folks.
Landing the train says race the big boy in the 844. Did we have that race yet?
You did that. Yeah, you did.
Yep, we had an 844.
Did we do it again?
There you go.
All right.
All right, Waldozer.
All right, so this one we're going to do three.
You know what it
heats.
means, as they say in the Bugs Bunny? This means war.
There's going to be 3 heats here on this one.
Three times around.
No, 2 times around, but 3 heats.
3 heats.
Because
So-
we're
Oh,
Three races.
yep.
So we gotta switch tracks.
So first one,
oh, I know.
got to do the whole tip titter.
All
Oh,
right,
boy.
here we go.
Hold up.
Oh, what's up? We lose something?
Camera.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Thank you.
All right.
Nope, I got it.
We have technical difficulties here at the GFW Speedway.
There's the tip 10.
Yeah, we got everybody telling us to adjust the camera.
Anyways, hi guys. This is George. I got the tip 10 right here.
Camera Wally. This message is held for review. What
Kind of cake. All right, here we go. We got the camera going. We got that. All right, good show.
If I lose, I'm gonna have to let beat his dad. All right.
All right. Heat 1.
Alright.
Is this 2 laps, right?
Drivers, are you ready?
Engineers.
We're ready.
Engineer. I'm an engineer.
Oh, sorry. I heard
I'm
that.
engineering.
I heard that engineers had to go the speed limit.
You're right.
And I am a
He is
rogue engineer.
he's
Rogue
rogue.
engineer.
All right.
All right. Well, let's get a thumbs up in the chat so we can start the race.
Dun, dun,
Oh, there we go. All right. Brian Burns gave it. Dude, this is a new one. It's a emoji.
Oh,
with the
now we
thumbs
got a
up.
lot.
All right, there we go.
Everybody's sick of our doo-doo.
Anyway, all right. I'm sorry.
Roll.
Drivers and engineers, start your engines.
All right.
On your marks. Get set. Go.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Oh!
Go, 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 go.
Oh! We're on the wrong track.
Texas special.
Hold it. I need a relief driver. George.
Hold up.
We didn't. All right. Hey, take it out of the way because that train's going to come up that switch again. Put it
Well, you're on the inside now.
But still, it might go.
No, it's okay. It's the
He's-
I cooked
It's part of the thrill.
The agony of defeat.
The thrill of train races. You break it, you buy it, Grandpa, if you haven't already bought it.
Let's see. Hold on. Where's my checkbook?
You break it, you buy it, unless you've already bought it, right, George?
Yeah. Then you buy it again.
You
George,
buy it again.
I need a relief driver. George.
Okay, wait, I'm on this one.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you're on there. I need a relief driver.
So Kind 584 Cake Me Once says, oh, you need me saying I hope that either George or Wally doesn't drive the Red Devil off the layout again. Ooh, boy, George knows how to get that Red Devil going. Look at that. Ooh,
Oh.
sliding out.
He didn't do any better than me.
Sliding out.
Of course, I had to Wally knocked me off the track. If Wally hadn't knocked me off the track,
Oh, you got to bang on the track first.
Yeah, but you knocked me off. I would have been all.
Yeah, we
have a full lap lead.
Are we serving any wine or cheese with that wine there?
Oh, wine with cheese.
All right, who's
Can I-
coming on? Are you taking the?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, come on, Grandpa George, you
Bro,
gotta
it's
come
like
back.
24
Here.
hours
Come on,
of
OG.
Le Mans. He's got his. It's 24 hours of Le Mans.
Yeah,
man. You gotta
I can have a relief driver.
All
I
right,
mean,
OG, 2 laps.
okay, come on there, Georgie. The Georges versus the Wally.
I got this. All right, hit me a thumbs up.
Shall we do the countdown again? Is this like Jeopardy?
Oh, They're coming on. It takes a few moments for it.
There we go.
Thumbs up.
All right.
We got a lot of. See, we
On your marks. Get set. Go.
yeah.
Yeah, get it, Grandpa. Get it.
Go. There we go. We got it made now. Oh. Oh.
Can't handle the Red Devil.
I'll show you. Now Wally's just gonna cruise.
Can't handle the Red Devil.
This is terrible.
Red Rocket. Red Rocket's night tonight, man. Can't do this. Red Rocket's night tonight.
George, I think we got snackered.
Yeah, we did.
Didn't even have to let it read.
It does not like that interval. Once, see, we quite fouled with the switch thrown the wrong way there,
No, it's centered.
and it looks like
Ooh,
I
Red Devil.
ladies and gentlemen, I think there was a little cheating going on back.
No cheating. You know who. You know. And you get that thing going, it goes fast.
Man, it comes flying over this crossover. Woo!
Yeah, it's like a trampoline park over that bad boy.
All right, who wants to see the Battle of the RS3s?
All right.
That's next. We got Great Northern 197, straight out of Butte, Montana. And then coming from the shops of none other than Chicago, Illinois, the Santa Fe 8803. George, pick your engine. Great Northern. I'll take the Santa Fe. Santa Fe all the way, ladies and gentlemen. Santa Fe all the way.
That's right, Chico.
Oh, don't worry, Amy. We'll get to the AM7 in the GG1 race. We'll get to that one.
Nothing. I'm just gonna turn the E in it off.
All right, we got a lot of people.
First, though.
A lot of people.
Well, you could just turn the thing around if it goes the wrong way. Just turn the engine around.
Yeah. But then it would go the wrong. Sorry.
Wrong way, Wally here. Did you notice, everybody?
Oh man, these RS3s, they drove them a lot with that front end forward like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one's got a whistle on it too, good. Ooh, listen to that thing.
Woo! I remember when that was the state of the art of that.
Nice.
Look, beats the heck out of Sam Fred.
That's right. These RS3s are pretty stout racers. Engines in the can and all.
Are you guys ready?
Ooh, already.
You ready?
Yep.
Engineer and driver.
I'm driving.
Are
Engineer.
you ready?
Yeah.
Let's give us a thumbs up there. There we got one.
Oh, there we go.
On your marks. Get set. Go! And here they go. Around the first turn. Around the second turn, Santa Fe is winning. Let the Great Northern pulled up on the straight. Coming around the outside, it's the Great Northern. Pushing them hard. It's taking the lead on the third turn. Oh, the Great Northern from the track.
Hold it.
Hold it. We have an inquiry here at the
I only say it.
We have an inquiry here at the racetrack. We have detected a foul by Wally.
foul?
He's got this. He has this rigged so that the train on the other track, whatever he's not running, goes switching along. No fault to the driver,
Who found
George, but there was fault
Who
in
found
Wally.
Who found this guy out? Hey, somebody send this guy back out to the street. His executive parking spot.
It's not every.
Get him in the executive parking
Bro,
spot.
the tow truck's coming.
Woo! Wally's night.
What? Everybody's for you? Oh, Wally, say something.
It's just like when Takuma Sato won the Indy 500, you know?
Oh, well, that's all right with Takuma.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
However,
Race number 2. Thumbs up when we're ready. Thumbs up when we're ready. Wally, jeez, Brian, I thought you were on my side.
What?
All right, give us thumbs up. We're ready to go.
here we got thumbs up. Ours trains.
Was trains.
Okay, on your marks. Get set. Let 'em roll. Whoa! Getting close to a tippy there. As they head down the final turns, the Great Northern is in the lead. The Great Northern takes it by a length.
Oh, man.
Woo! So now we have the
Tip
we have-
dinner, tip
hold
dinner,
it.
tip dinner.
Now what we have the rubber match.
Tip dinner. That's
Yes.
so yeah. Words or no words, George? You call since you're young and stupid.
Whoa.
Whoa! Did you hear that? Young and stupid. Look at the pot calling the kettle black.
Anyways, I'm going with heads.
No words or no words.
Oh, I'm sorry. Words.
It's going with the words.
All right, ready?
Ah!
All right.
I call inside.
Calling inside.
Dang.
That's good.
Dang, it's gonna be a tough one for me.
Oh boy.
All right.
All right. We have a thumbs up to start this race. Or do we have to do the Jeopardy music? It's got to be.
Oh, there you
All
go.
right. See, that's how we get rid of them. Threaten them. On your marks. Get set. Go! And then first turn, the Great Northern leads. Second turn, safe coming outside. Great Northern leads on the third turn. Santa Fe picking it up close. And on the back stretch, it's Great Northern, followed by the Santa Fe. Great Northern's making the edge. Here comes down the final stretch. Santa Fe is pulling up. And they both jump the track. Now, tell me who is going to get this thing on the track first. Put them both on the track. George. You okay?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, the Great Northern on the track, George.
Yeah.
Put your elbow. He's gonna win.
George is chief.
I was fixing your
Because
engine.
there's like room for one. You knocked mine up. Room for. Oh.
The Georges win, yeah.
All right. Got a lot of people wanting that GG1 versus AEM7 race. That's our main event tonight. Before we got the main event, we've got the race of the GP9 or the GP7s, GP somethings.
The GP
I hope you don't wreck that one like you just wrecked my RS3s there, race fan.
race fan.
You're certainly not a racer.
Oh,
As
as
I
I
recall,
recall, who just won the race? Not
Dirty Pooh.
Not
Dirty
Wally.
Pooh.
Oh, no.
Thank you,
no.
1-800 Clyde. That's what I'm talking about right here. Ooh, that's smooth.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a smooth one. That's a lot. That's Williams right there. Williams with the can.
Oh!
Ooh. Dang, then that's. Glad that's his engine.
Ooh.
There we go, my Florida East Coast. Look at that. I don't think there's any grease in there. That thing hasn't been greased since 1982.
Well, I throw a little oil in that sucker. I'll take a pound if you're grinding.
Grinding some coffee with this
Nah,
one.
that's for the switchers, the 44 ton.
44-ton switchers.
Oh, yeah. Well, they have to apply a little lubrication on the Florida East Coast here. Now, if this was my day, a little lubrication would be an alcoholic beverage. That would get us all lubricated up real good.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Grandpa.
Now maybe we are. You want to know how to get in real trouble down here at GFW Trains?
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you how it is. We'll order room service. Since both our wives are upstairs there, do you think we have a chance in hell of getting a drink?
You're so 1950s, Grandpa.
Oh boy.
What comments are we getting on that one?
Oh, they want the. Oh. That's the main event. Don't worry. Stick around.
Yeah, we gotta have something good on the final here. You know, you never show the main event. You know, and you go to a horse race, they don't show the super race. You gotta have the claimers. You know, you gotta have the claimers first. Now, I was hoping I could claim all my trains,
Ain't
but I
happening.
didn't win.
Ain't happening.
So, this is. So, how are you guys enjoying this? Everybody give us a thumbs up if you like Fast Fridays.
Feast Friday.
Fast Fridays. It's kind of fun, isn't it? It's really kind of fun when we don't destroy the trains, too. That really
Ain't happening.
that,
Ain't happening.
that makes it all the way fun.
Oh yeah.
How do they say? Don't have your kids try this one at home. Isn't that how the commercials used to go?
Oh, look at this. Ain't no more grinding in Florida.
Oh,
At least on the east coast of Florida.
this is all greased up now.
Oh,
Woo!
he's greased up. Yeah, east coast of Florida. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See how this thing rolls.
Oh,
It's doing a little.
It's just trying. It's drifting,
Some
man.
skirt there.
Run it around a couple times. Did she stop?
We might have.
Oh, I wonder if
That's not good.
Did the circuit breaker pop?
No. I turned off the thing on accident.
Oh, hey, we could have won if you hadn't told him that now.
Turn both of them.
Yeah, I turned them both off though. It's all
Oh,
one.
that didn't work so good.
All right. So anyway, for those of you just joining us, let's recap. So, welcome to GFW Trains live stream. It's Fast Friday right here. Fast
Well, we talk about
Friday.
everything, but mostly U-boats.
Mostly U-boats, mostly airplanes, mostly all kinds of stuff. We're here tonight with GFW Trains, otherwise known as George, Next Gen George, who's got a little bit of, look at that. Get him close up. Close up.
Oh man, look at that face.
Other side.
You know.
There we go, right there.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Little
There
grease
we
never
go.
hurt anybody.
There we go. And also we've got the OG. So we got Next Gen George, and we got OG.
Oh.
So we got OG George
Flattened
over here.
by my own kid.
OG George over here.
Oh man, you gotta stay in the wheel.
Well, that's right. He's my favorite. He's my favorite father, right there. Let's see here. We got our next to last race here. The race is GP9s. For those of you who don't know, the Florida East Coast is an MPC era Lionel GP9. One Pullmore motor in this one. You can tell it's a Pullmore by the way that it sounds. It's grinding something up in there.
I think I'm making direction.
No. And in the inside track, George is driving the 2368, which is a Williams GP9. That one's a Williams GP9. The Williams GP9 is got two motors. This one's got one motor in the front truck. George has got two can motors, one in each truck. They're going to be racing. That 2369, if everyone hasn't seen it, listen to that.
That's a nice sounding engine.
We got to make some modifications to the wing.
Oh, he's
Oh,
making some
he's
downforce.
putting a speed wing on
Some
it.
downforce. All right. Welcome to the Thunderdome. You got a two-man enter, one-man leave. So, George, with that, who we got? Milwaukee Road or Florida East Coast? Place your bets now, ladies and gentlemen. Place
Come
your
on,
bets now.
Milwaukee. Our trains.
Place your bets. R's got the Milwaukee.
That's going to be hard to beat, Wally.
I know, it's nice and smooth.
The only hope you've got is for driver error.
We already saw it once.
Driver error. All right.
Are you ready, everybody?
Ready, engineer?
Yes.
Driver?
Yes.
On your marks. Get set. Go!
And not even close.
Go.
All right, switch tracks. Maybe I get some luck on the inside track.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Road one is a lot heavier than the FEC. It appears like there's a big steel weight in the middle of that train. That's one of the better built Williams engines I've seen.
Or the screw for the cab was coming out.
Gotcha.
Ready for heat number 2. Are we ready?
Yes.
Got lots of thumbs up here already. On your marks. Get set.
Tim,
Roll 'em!
Tim, I don't like it.
Oh, hey, hey!
George is going to play it on in the last lap.
Oh,
Everybody knows the FEC.
Look at that. Look at that.
George, better talk to your horse here.
That was.
That was to let him win.
Look at that.
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, hold on a second.
Did
You got a tip tinner.
Did you hear that, folks?
Tip tinner, John.
I have it on good authority. The bookies had George winning, but For some reason, George didn't win.
It's like the 1969
All right.
Talladega 500, right?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Sort
it
of
is.
like the Cubs losing
All
to
right,
the
here we
Mets.
go.
1969.
Words or no words, George?
Words. Word.
Like Lynn
Ah! I'm going outside.
Ooh, he's going outside.
He's taking the outside track.
Outside track, outside track.
Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem.
Gotta get it on the.
Who wants to stay on the track? Doesn't want to leave. There we go.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
All right. Got some thumbs up there?
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
got a thumb up? Or do we have to start the clock again? Just give us a thumbs up.
Oh.
The horses are nearing the post, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. The horses are nearing the post. And George is adjusting the camera today. There we go. Are we ready? We have 2 thumbs up.
Right on.
Are we ready?
Yes.
On your marks. Get set. Whoa! Go!
I see how it is.
Whoa! Oh! This is for blood, I can tell. And Milwaukee's on the outside, pulling away from FEC. FEC's got the pedal down, and the Milwaukee is struggling on the outside. Here we go down the final back stretch. Milwaukee in the lead. Is he going to make it around the final curve? He does, and he wins. Ladies
Little
and
victory
gentlemen.
dance.
Ladies and
Boo, that's it. You're paying for your own college, kid.
I gotta be careful around here.
Paying for your own college. Ah!
How did they say
Who likes trains anyway?
when you in the Roman Empire, when you die at the palace, you really die.
Whoa.
All right, main event time.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Main event. George, get out your AC, and I'm going to get out.
The horses are being introduced to the crowd.
George,
Oh, yeah.
let's talk about your AEC. Why don't you give everybody some specs on your AEC?
So basically, this was actually
Is that AEC or AEM7?
this is a
Basically,
this was a shelf layout operator for all its life. It operated on the layout I have in my ceiling in my room. It's pretty great. I like it a lot. It's taken a few plunges, but you know,
Off the shelf?
we don't talk about that. But
Oh.
anyways, so yeah, it's had some better days, but it's a trooper.
ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Oh, look at these guys. The confidence exudes.
Ooh,
As-
the battle
as-
of the superpowers.
You know, the
We have got Amtrak GG1. Amtrak GG1's in the house. That's right. This is the engine that all engines desire to be.
You know, this AN7 wrong track.
Who made that one, George?
This is an Atlas.
The
one.
8303.
Oh, this was made like a year before they started putting TMCC in and everything. So it's like
It's got its like own TMCC control
yeah, it's got
box.
its own. See, it's like you have to
We
like
should do
wire.
that on our.
Wire, you went to the pantographs and that.
No, for sounds.
For sound, you have to wire it yourself,
Yeah.
like a home built.
Well, you have to wire it to the layout though. There's like this huge like control board that goes on it. Which I'm not sure how big it is. It's probably about the size of I don't know, like one of these, and it's just like you mount it to the piece of wood.
There we go. That thing's straight out of LTI Era Lionel. Place your bets. Place your bets.
Yeah. Wasn't that your purchase?
No, we got that at a convention. Ooh, that thing, 6 pounds of might right there.
Dual motor with magnet traction, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's got dual
Let's see
motors.
what the box says.
What does the box say?
Oh yeah, this
Tail of the tape. The Amtrak GG1's got two 2 powerful pull-more motors, magnet traction, working headlights and running lights on both ends, a metal body, chassis and trucks and wheels, remotely controlled knuckle operating couplers on both ends, 12-wheel drive, twin pantographs, and remote controlled forward neutral reverse.
Better know.
What's that AEM7 got? Toast.
Better.
It's got some toast.
Toaster.
Interesting. Well,
Get that AEM7 on there, that little toaster.
this is
All right.
This is like basically any this is like a Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger. It's super slow. The startup time super slow, but as it starts going, it keeps it goes.
Did you hear the psychology going on?
This is a Bugatti right here.
There was a little psychology
Bugatti.
going on there. All right.
Bugatti.
Are
I
we
just like to
ready?
say that, Bugatti.
Are we ready?
Yes.
How about some thumbs up, people? Everybody out there in the peanut
Toaster
gallery.
versus a hot dog.
Have you got your bets placed? $2 to win. Who's going to do it?
Gigi.
Give us a thumbs up. I see a yes.
Bro, we're putting the hidden Mickey on here for a good luck.
All right. Annie Postma has given us all kinds of thumbs up. So is this F. Busty and 1-800-CYCLE and Railfan 2004
All right,
and
let's hit this.
Landon the Train. Are you ready, engineer and driver?
Yes.
On your marks. No cheating now, Wally. Get set. Go! Oh, they're off. The GG1 on the outside, leading as we go on. As we come to the second turn, the Amtrak A takes the lead. It's going into turn 3, and it's sizable lead from the AEM7. Turn 4, back on the home stretch here for the second time around.
Come on, pull more.
The AEM7 is way in the lead. Amtrak is coming up, losing ground slowly. But here comes the final push. The final push. We're doing 3 laps, I guess. Oh no, we're not doing 3 laps. George is celebrating already, so we must not have. Oh,
Right.
maybe if we switch tracks, the Amtrak GG1.
Inside track seems to be the.
The winner.
I think it's something to do with the heaviness of the engine, everybody. I think it has something to do with that. Historically, the GG1s by Lionel have never been known as speed demons, but they pull like crazy. I'll bet you if we had a pulling contest here, I know which engine would win. I have no doubt in my mind which engine would win.
What, the post-war New York Central F units? Because I think the Santa Fe ones can take it.
Oh, listen to that.
Well, I was thinking this GG1 and stuff. So
I don't know, man.
All right.
are we ready? Are we ready? We need a thumbs up. Thumbs up here. Horses are in the gates. Here we go. Thumbs up. I'm looking forward. We got to do the old synchronated clock again.
We got this.
All right.
There we go.
All right. On your marks. Get set. Go. Oh, here we go. Turn 2. The GG1 in the lead. Back stretch. GG1 in the lead. Leading by about 4 lengths. Coming into turn 4. GG1 in the lead by about 3 lengths. Down Main Street. GG1 still in the lead, but the lead is streaking. We're down to about 3 lengths. Into turn 4. 2. Coming into turn 3. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. GG1's winning in turn 3. Into turn 4. GG1 coming down the main stretch, and it's the GG1 takes it.
Oh. Said inside track. All right, Tipton. I'm calling this one.
What is it?
Words. Words have been winning it all night. Inside
right.
track for me. Same.
All right, here it is. The rubber match for all the marbles. For all the marbles. It's the GG1 on the inside, the AEM7 on the outside. The GG1 driven by Wally Werderick with the colorful shirt, and the AEM7 driven by George with a GFW train shirt and the standard red hat with the hair coming out the sides. Are you folks ready for the match? George's horse is really bucking to get going here. Are we ready?
Yeah, it's got a hot date.
Oh, are we ready? Everybody, let's give thumbs up so we can start the race, everybody. Or do we do this syncopated clock again? Are we ready? On your marks. Get set. Go! And then we're off. The GG1 in turn 1's in the lead. Going turn 2, GG1 lead by half a length. Going down the back stretch. The AM7 takes the lead. Turn 3. The GG1 back in front on turn 4. Here I come on the sprint main straight again. The AM7 takes the lead, but going into the turn, the GG1 catches it. Coming out of the turn, they're neck and neck out of turn 2. Going into turn 3, the AM7's leading. Going into turn 4, but the GG1 is catching him here on the right of the straight. Oh, and the AM7 wins. And George hits the ceiling. Ah!
Right, Amtrak. They're fast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, did you like the races? Did you enjoy it? Give a big hands of applause to our two racers here, ladies and gentlemen. They both did a great job. Just remember this. You can have fun with your trains, just don't break your trains.
Right. Right. Well, right on. Let's get this chairs back over here. Yep.
Your conclusion for your evening, Betty, or whatever.
Yep.
What do I see here? I see
Tire.
It's not a tire.
That's a.
It's a leg
It
wire.
was a tire.
Oh,
No,
it's
it's a tire. It's a tire out.
All right, George with the win. Well, I'm hoping that tomorrow George has got a cross country match. Maybe tomorrow you're going to be as fast as you were today.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dancing Kid's in the house. Hey, thanks for coming in, Dancing Kid. We're just about ready to wrap up our stream. We had a fun night of racing. Grandpa, which was your favorite train race?
Well, I'll tell you what, they were all pretty good. I'm a little disappointed in some of the driving. Little cheating.
Cheating?
George
Is cheated.
When I was driving and I had a clear lead and his train knocks me off the track.
Oh my gosh.
But by and large, some people will say, but I forgive him. My son and my
that's what I'm
grandson.
talking about.
I forgive him.
So Amy Postman's taking off. Thanks for hanging out with us this evening. We'll see you around the roundhouse. Stephen Coferl's wishing you a little bit of luck there, George.
Thank you.
Yeah, 3-mile race. What's your goal for tomorrow, George? 18:30?
Oh.
Put up 18:30.
My goal tomorrow.
All right, here's what we're going to do. George puts up at 18:30. I'm going to buy him one piece of rolling stock of his choice.
Okay, man.
Making a big passenger car.
18:30. If George can
How
run
about
3
a
miles.
Sounds passenger car for your train. $398, Wally. That'll get some.
There's a little asterisk. There's a little asterisk on that. Little asterisk. Yep. Thanks for hanging out with us, Amy. Good to see you. All right, Dancing Kid. Thanks for coming by when you did. We'll see you around the roundhouse. All right. So, George, race tomorrow. Grandpa, thanks for joining us. Hope that we can get you back out here again soon. Hopefully, we can get over to your house and do a stream over by your place. I think that would be fun.
I think I'd love to have you guys over. It would be a lot of fun. It's always enjoyable. Really great to see the GFW studios. I still really like the sign in front of me. Discover true comfort.
That's right. For all of you that can't see down here in the Worldwide Studio.
I never saw that. I thought that was like an airline kind of thing.
It is. Discover true comfort in
right
the box.
Up there.
Right here.
Right up there. I'm going to show everybody what Grandpa George is talking about.
They've been talking about this for months, and this is the first time I've gotten down here to this studio. And I see this, and I get the one-liner in here.
First thing. All right. There it is, the Worldwide Studio. Sneak peek behind the scenes.
Hey.
Good times. Well, hey, thank you everybody for hanging out with us this evening. Had a great time train racing, great time with Grandpa George. Make sure that we support each other. Go to everybody's channel over there. Check it out. Note their names here. Go on Sparky's page that's in the description. He's got a neat catalog of all kinds of different people that are model railroaders with neat YouTube channels. Support each other. It's good stuff. Also, continue the dialogue after we're here. Go on the Discord channel. If you're not on the Discord channel, there is a link here. Go on there, sign up, be a part of the main line. Right, George?
That's right.
All right. George? Boom. Grandpa? Boom.
Boom.
All right. We'll see you around the roundhouse, everybody. Thanks for
See you,
joining us.
Steven.
Thanks for joining us this evening. All right.
That awkward moment when it just waiting for the stream to end.
There's still people on there as you go off.